545,000 Bitcoin have been bought by institutions this year, while only 97,000 Bitcoin have been added to the stock. That means there will always be 21 million BTC. Just a quick note to everyone. Also, what does this show you? Every day we talk about how crazy the BTC supply is. There isn't much supply, so desire is very high. So the desire for all the Bitcoins that are being mined is at least 3 to 4 times that amount, and it's from bigger groups. And this should really help you figure out how much money is really coming into this space. Now let me tell you what I'm going to say next. Of course, this video kind of shows why the market is so green right now. But if you own XRP, welcome back to the Coins Alert feed. As always, thank you guys. Today, or rather Thursday, was a huge day for XRP. Of course, the court case is now over. Long court case, and I'm sure people in the XRP community know about this. Ripple fought hard against this, and they deserve all the praise they're getting. Everything is over now that both sides have agreed to end it. Aside from the price of XRP, the market as a whole also did really well, and it's clear that the market as a whole is responding positively to this news. I'll just get it for you guys. Trump said on Thursday that he would allow 401ks to use crypto and other assets through an executive order. So this will change the game, which we'll talk about more later, but this announcement is why I think the crypto markets are going up. For example, the price of xrp is now 3 times 30 so features up 11% in USD and 10% in Bitcoin. Its value is now almost $198 billion, and its 24-hour trading volume is through the roof at $11.5 billion. But before we go any further, as always, I want to make it clear that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial advice. As with any investment, you should always do your own study before putting money into crypto. As far as ETF flows go, about to get people excited again, $222.3 million worth of Ethereum came in just yesterday. These are crazy numbers we're seeing. Although this has, of course, made a lot of people talk. You have a 401k. What do you think will happen if this really is accepted and set in stone? People are given the chance to look into crypto. Of course, you know that because people can invest their 401ks in crypto. This could bring trillions and trillions of dollars to the crypto business if you know how it works. You know how important this is, and it doesn't surprise me that this news has had such a positive effect on the price. There were rumors going around, but a lot of reliable sources have come out and pretty much confirmed that this could be, and it's really being worked on and could go live at any time. If it does, I think this will completely change the game. A lot of the time we talk about the super cycle, and this is one of the things that could get us there. But moving forward, let's give a shout out to crypto in the UK. It says that after 5 years of a case that was mostly bad for both XRP holders and Ripple, it seems unbelievable. And it really does feel unbelievable, but you have to give Ripple credit because this is when you could really see how serious a project is about their overall roadmap. If you've been in the crypto space for a while, you've probably seen projects do really well during the bull market. But as soon as the bear market starts or they hit a big problem, they stop building. But you have to give Ripple credit because they literally stuck to their roadmap. They did exactly what they said they would do. Now they're really starting to get noticed, and they deserve all the praise they're getting because a lot of projects go into ghost mode during times like these. I've lived here for almost 10 years. I've worked in this field for 10 years next year, and I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of projects that were hyped at one point, especially during the bull market. I don't want to work on any of them. Honestly, that could have been something if they kept building on what they were doing. They were there until something got in their way or the bear market started. Then they were gone. This is not what Ripple did. They've been here since the start. Thanks to them and the whole Ripple team. Take a look at this. Time is everything. The big news that Brad and garlinghouse bought another company was made public, and you could see it. Rail Finance is being bought by Ripple, which makes us very happy. As a result, Rail and Ripple will work together to become the preferred stablecoin payment system for banks all over the world, not just in the US, from all over the world, and I think they did this just as the case was about to end. So cool to see, of course. And look at this. If the SEC labels XRP as a commodity, that will be a big change in how the government feels about it. This is exactly what is beginning to happen right now. Taking that subject further, read what Nate has to say. Oh, I see. I think BlackRock was waiting to see this before they filed the iShare XRP ETF. And if you've been watching the Coins Alert show, you know how important this thing has been to me. The ones that everyone talks about, like Fidelity and BlackRock, are by far the biggest in the world in terms of AUM. While many of their rivals file for and spot ETF, these guys haven't. This has led to some discussion. The lawsuit has also been talked about on your boy Coins Alert. If you've been watching the show, I told them they wouldn't do that until they had some kind of conclusion. And I promise you that this makes it even more likely that they'll file for this XRP ETF. The reason they wouldn't and would let their competitors use this against them doesn't make any sense. Nate replies, I'll take responsibility if I'm wrong. I don't see any reason for them to ignore crypto assets besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. If not, they're saying that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only ones that will be worth anything. What do you guys think about this? Tell me in the comments below. Stewart, however, says that after today's vote by the commission, the SEC and Ripple officially filed with the Second Circuit to dismiss their appeals. This is because the lawsuit was obviously over. That's it. Let's get back to work. Strong words, and thanks to Stuart, of course. Guys, look at the numbers that depend on each other. Here are the numbers that show the derivative. Volume is up 122.27%, and open interest options volume is up 122.20%, and open interest options volume is up 60.